Okay, today we're going to be going over the TSI DP Calc manometer. Let's first go over the settings. So by clicking the center button, you can get to the menu. The zero press button will zero out the pressure inside of it. You just do that by clicking enter. Once that is done, you can go down to display setup, which shows some display setup options. Most of these you will just keep on its primary setting. From here you can go to settings. These are just the basic settings of it. We don't need to change these at this time. With flow setup, you can change what kind of duct you're measuring with round duct or square duct or rectangular duct. There are several different options. We're going to keep it at round duct today. You can also change the diameter of the duct. This allows you to not only measure the velocity pressure, but also the velocity depending on the diameter of your duct. In actual versus standard setup, you can change whether or not you're measuring at sea level compared to at altitude. We prefer to have this set at actual, so we're measuring the actual velocity pressure. Standard just measures it as if you were at sea level. We don't recommend using that setting. In order to use the actual, you need to put in the barometric pressure for your altitude. Data logging and calibration depend on your needs, and we're not going to change these settings today. And we've already shown calibration. Let's take some measurements of static pressure, velocity pressure, and total pressure. In order to take these measurements, you're going to need a pitot tube. This end of the pitot tube is going to be put into your fan. And over here, we have two different areas where you'll have tubing coming off from. This first one is going to measure the wall pressure, and this one over here is going to measure the pressure inside the duct. Also, on your device, you have a positive and a negative terminal. These are marked really small in plastic on the device, but we penciled them in with a Sharpie to make them easier to see. In order to measure static pressure, you're going to take only one tube on the wall side of the pitot tube and plug it into your negative terminal. Once you have your pitot tube set up like this with the one tube connected to the wall pressure measurement and into your device, you can then stick this end of the pitot tube into your duct and take a centerline measurement. The value read on the screen will be that of your static pressure. In order to take a velocity pressure measurement, you are going to want both tubing connected to the sides of the pitot tube. The negative part of your device is going to be connected to the wall measurement of the pitot tube, and then the positive terminal is going to be connected to the inside tube of the pitot tube, just like this. From here, you can stick the terminal end into your fan and read the velocity pressure. One of the benefits of using the DP Calc is that it will measure not just the velocity pressure, but also give you the velocity inside the fan. Finally, to measure total pressure, you're going to have one tube connected to the inside pitot tube measurement. Remember that total pressure is negative before the fan, and so instead of having the inside tubing connected to the positive terminal, you're going to want it to be connected to the negative terminal. Once your device is set up like this, you can plug the terminal end into the fan and take your total pressure measurement.